The bus stop that ate children. Precious thought that the bus stop was a witch. She had nightmares about it. But it's not what you're thinking. She wasn't crazy. You too might have had nightmares about that particular bus stop. But on that Saturday morning, being scared of the bus stop was very inconvenient. For Precious had to wait by it for the bus to town. She was going to market. Her mother was busy having the new baby. Capito, her elder brother, was chopping maj out in the fields. So it was up to Precious to do the shopping. She didn't mind that. She was proud of being given the responsibility. But she wished, with all her heart, that the bus would turn up soon.
Rice, cassava, beans,
Said Precious to herself. Those were the things she had to buy at the market. Precious tried to keep a safe distance from the bus stop. She looked up and down the road, empty, except for a goat. No one came to wait with her, to protect her if the bus stop should turn nasty. She had to wait alone. The bus stop was a baobab tree, a massive tree with a swollen lumpy trunk. It was hollow inside. It made a great bus stop. 6 or 7 people could shelter inside it from the sun. But nothing would make Precious shelter inside the trunk of that old baobab tree. When she was very small, Capito had said,
That tree is a witch tree. Look at her warty face, her long bony fingers.
and it was true that if you stared very hard at the trunk, you could see a face there. It was a scowling face, with a big hooked nose. And the thin, whippy twigs did look like fingers or claws. The baobab was 1,000 years old. It was a kind of tree you could believe all sorts of things about. But Precious was 10 years old now. She had responsibilities. And she tried not to believe the stories that Capito told her. This was harder than it might seem, for Capito was a brilliant storyteller. He loved telling scary stories. He liked to frighten you if he could. It made him feel good. Capito had told her, for instance, that there were spirits living in the thatch of their hut. They slid out at night to guzzle the blood of sleeping children and grow fat. He had told her that the walking dead prowled round their hut at night. They called, woo, woo, for you to come and join them in their cold and lonely graves. Precious didn't believe any of that stuff anymore. But stupidly, she couldn't help feeling that the bus stop was a witch.
What's wrong with you, Precious?
She scolded herself as she waited for the bus to town.
You are a grown-up now, and scared out of your wits by bus stops? Shame on you.
She held her grass basket over her head like an umbrella to shade herself from the sun. She looked up and down the road in both directions. Empty. Precious shivered. She couldn't help recalling Capito's story about the witch tree.
That place where you wait.
Capito had said,
Where you wait for the bus inside the tree, that is the witch's belly. It's okay when grown-ups wait there. But when children wait for the bus, all on their own, the witch's belly begins to rumble. That means she is hungry. And then, zip, just like zipping up your clothes, the witch tree closes up with the child inside it. The child may shout and scream. No one will hear. And after some time, the witch tree opens up again. But where is the child? The child is nowhere to be seen. The bus stop is empty.
and Precious had said,
Where is the child?
even though she already knew the answer.
The witch tree has eaten her, of course.
Capito had answered.
Even her bones. But the witch does not eat them all. If her belly is full, she keeps the child until she is hungry. Do you see those bumps on the trunk of the witch tree?
Precious saw them.
That is the witch's ladder.
Capito had said.
Put your ear close. You will hear the child inside, calling out for help.
Don't be silly.
Precious had said.
You are only trying to frighten me. There is no child in there.
She had put her ear against the witch tree's largest bump to show she was not scared. But then she leapt back in horror. She had heard the child. A tiny piping voice inside the trunk.
See, I told you.
Capito had said.
You remember that small child who went missing from the next village?
But everybody says a leopard took him, or a hyena.
They don't know anything.
Capito had said.
That child was probably waiting at this bus stop, on his own. That poor child is probably inside that lump on the witch tree. It is his voice you are hearing now. What did he say?
I don't know.
Said Precious, miserably.
I bet he said, help me. Help me.
Said Capito.
But nobody can help him. The witch tree has got him.
So that is why Precious, on that Saturday morning, was keeping a safe distance from the bus stop. But then she heard something. It made her blood turn icy cold, even in that fierce sun. Tap, 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 tap. It was the largest bump on the witch tree. The one where Capito said the poor lost child was trapped. He was trying to escape. Tap, tap. A hole appeared in the trunk.
Eh,
Cried Precious, terrified. If she hadn't had a bus to catch, she would have run away. The hole got larger. Soon a finger would poke through, or a hand. Then the head of the poor lost child would follow. But none of these things happened. Squeezing through the hole in the witch tree came a tiny, rumpled baby bird. It flopped onto the nearest branch, exhausted. Precious forgot how scared she was. She forgot that the witch tree might zip her up inside and eat her. She came up close. She put her eye against the hole.
Capito,
She grinned to herself.
you are the world's greatest liar.
For inside the witch tree was not a poor lost child but a nest of hornbill chicks. The mother bird had sealed them in with mud to keep them safe from snakes and eagles. But now they had hatched. And they were breaking out, one by one. The mother bird was on the topmost branch of the witch tree. She was calling her chicks to join her. Tap, 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 tap. Another chick came tumbling out. Precious laughed.
I had really thought
She told herself.
that the bus stop would eat me. Only someone with a head as empty as this basket would think that.
You want this bus or not?
Called the bus driver. The bus had come, without Precious even noticing. Precious sat on the bus.
Cassava, beans, rice.
She said, so she didn't forget. Then she thought about the new baby. Maybe it would have arrived by the time she got home. Would Precious tell her new brother or sister scary stories about the child-eating bus stop? Stories like the ones Capito told her? Of course, she would. For it would be a great shame, wouldn't it, to waste a good story.